YTBC. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. And people, you know what, man? Now, everybody's starting to let their true colors show about Errol Spence. I've been just peeping a couple of videos and just seeing some come up in the news feed. And, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, man, Errol Spence is becoming one of the most hated people in boxing. Now, I'm really trying to figure out, really why people dislike Errol Spence. Errol Spence is a very calm dude. Matter of fact, Errol Spence is the only dude in the sport of boxing who say pretty much, I'm going to beat the hell out of you. But he said it so calmly, too. He said it very calmly, and he tell you how he going to do it, but he do it calmly with a smile on his face. I mean, Errol Spence is that dude. Errol Spence is completely that dude. I mean, I like the guy bravado. I like his bravado. I like his style. I like how he easily just carry himself, man. He don't do a lot of talking, man. This guy don't talk very much. And when he do talk, I notice that Errol Spence don't waste words. He tell you exactly what he mean. And then he just kind of turn away, man. And you can tell the guy don't really like interviews, man. He don't like interviews. He hate interviews. And it's almost like it's a chore for him. It's like it's keeping him from, getting back to the heavy bag or getting back in the ring or working out. Heck, I bet you Errol Spence probably working out right now. I can guarantee you he's sitting there working out. It's like a chore for him, man. And he can't stand doing interviews. He can't stand it. But here's my thing. I sit back and wonder why so many, people, because we know we got groups in the YTBC that don't like him, for various reasons. Okay, they got their reasons why they can't stand Errol Spence. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. Okay, but there are a lot of, there are trainers and fighters coming out. Trainers and fighters coming out, and they can't really give the guy his praise. They can't do it. And every time I've ever noticed hate, like when somebody hate on somebody, it's almost because deep down they really know that you got the goods to make them look bad or to destroy them. They know this. People, I've been in the sport of track and field for over 20 years. I've been in the sport 20 years, okay? And let me tell you, you guys think the sport of boxing is really, really bad for guys like Errol Spence? And shoot, you guys think the YTBC is bad? Hey, y'all step into my arena for a day into the world of track and field. Okay, it's when I tell you, man, everything that I would tell you about the sport and about being at events is true. And that's a dog-eat-dog world, okay? Only the best get people to come to them, only the best, okay? And it's very competitive, man, when you're dealing with people who, trying to get an edge. It's competitive. And I've managed to stay afloat for 20 years, but it hadn't been easy. And it's all because of so much hate. Like, honestly and truthfully, when I first started, and I started thinking, hey, I want to do this track thing. I want to show people how to do what I know. And my first couple of years, man, when I was doing it, and I ain't really have a lot of people doing well, everybody was, trying to be cool with me. Hey, man, do this, come to this clinic. But, man, the minute I produced a national champion, the first national champion I produced about 19 years ago, oh, man, yeah, people stopped talking to me. Or people would tell athletes, hey, don't go to him. Don't go to him because they work too much. Now, God forbid you tell somebody they work too much. Good grief. I used to say, thank you, that's a compliment. I used to point blank have other coaches, tell athletes, and they come tell me that I work too much. I don't know when to quit. That's a compliment. Why, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Because in 20 years in my existence as a coach, I've always put my hat on the fact that, I don't have people get injured. Never had people get injured. Never. In 20 years in the game, I've never, ever had an athlete get injured. And I've actually healed more athletes. I'm talking about healed them. They bring them to me in the worst condition possible. I'm talking, these are people, they can't run, they can't do nothing. And 3 months later, they can do all that stuff again. Okay? They drop them off at the front door and they are just messed up. But they come out in tip-top shape. I hang my hat on that. But even after all these years, I'm telling you, there are coaches that's got athletes, and they know And it goes back to some of the things I was telling y'all about, like why, like the crabs in the bucket theory. I got point blank, man, athletes right now in my city. They hurt. They bodies are decimated. And they got coaches. They got fellow coaches that know for a fact that I specialize in healing athletes. I'm talking about healing them. I'm talking about making them brand new. I got experience in specializing in that, and they won't send them. They will let these kids continue to be hurt. And they threaten these athletes and tell them, hey, if you go over there to Coach Shelton Harrison, if you go to him, you can't be on this team. Like, they tell them stuff like that. You see, it's called hate. It's called hate. And whenever you're doing something on a whole nother level, everybody gonna come at you. And for the most part, when I say everybody and Coach says everybody comes at you. And you start finding out new people that don't like you. I mean, man, it's just crazy. But see, this is what's happening to Errol Spence. It's the exact same thing. I understand where Errol Spence is coming from. Like, I understand. And I don't even think Errol Spence really care much. Errol Spence don't care. You look at the dude just want to get in the ring. If this dude can spar every day, so he can feel like he punching somebody, he'll punch somebody. I mean, that's the kind of dude that Errol Spence is. Errol Spence don't care. He don't care about people hating him. Errol Spence just want to get in there, and he one of them dudes, look, man, you put your money where your mouth is. If you think you can beat me, then let's get in the ring. That's his whole thing. And it's just like, when Keith Thurman, and Errol Spence said it best, man. When Keith Thurman, somebody came back and told Errol what Keith said, that he'd murk him. Errol Spence said, well, the only way to find out is, he got to get in the ring with me. And when he get in the ring with me, he gonna see what Errol Spence is about. And man, and Errol Spence said it so calmly. But see, them the kind of fighters, man, them the dudes you watch out for. Them calm dudes, that I'm talking about, they overly calm, and the only thing they care about is beating somebody up. That's what you care about. But I know why so many people hate him, man, because the dude is confident. He ain't arrogant, and he don't come off brash. The dude is just overly confident. But I'm telling you, people see the greatness in Errol Spence. They see that greatness. They see when this dude rotate through his punches, man. There's something special about this dude. They see when Errol Spence, snap that jab, man. And his jab is almost just as dangerous as power punches. They know something special about him. See, they can't see it all yet. They can't see everything special about Errol Spence Jr. But they know that this man is special. They know he is. So now what do you do when something has got a lot of momentum? And right now, Errol Spence Jr. got a lot of momentum. You're going to have your haters that try to execute and destroy the momentum. No matter what you do, they're going to try to destroy his momentum. And everything going to come out about him. Watch, I guarantee you, man, somebody going to bring up some history of Errol Spence and say Errol Spence got crimes and charges and all this stuff just to deface and devalue this man, okay? And what they're going to try to do that. But see, that's what the life of a hater is, man. They can't accept the fact, man, that with or without their support, you still gonna pretty much do things the way you've been doing it, and that's be on top of the game. That's how it is. This guy got haters coming from every corner now. I mean, you got YouTube channels, talking about, hey, he ain't nothing special about him. I mean, you got to be blind if you can't see that there's something special about Errol Spence Jr. I mean, you got to be blind. You got to be blind. And these fighters, man, Hope Porter, Keith Thurman, they know he's special. They know he's special. They all know. Kell Brook, they know he's special. See, what they trying to do, they trying to front. They really trying to put up a good front. But in the back of their mind, they watched that fight and they was like, dang, dude just beat the hell out of Algieri. Algieri just got knocked the hell out, y'all. I mean, just, in their mind, that's what they thinking. I promise you, this is what they're thinking. And they're probably thinking of a way, okay, dang, what if I have to get in the ring with this dude? What do I do against him? How would I stop? I'm trying to tell y'all. And I would not be surprised, y'all. I promise y'all, I wouldn't be surprised if either Kell Brook, okay, I won't say Keith Thurman or Sean Porter yet, but I won't be surprised if Kell Brook done already start, pretty much trying to figure out how to beat Errol Spence. Or he probably in the gym now, probably trying to work on some of the attributes that he has to see if he can beat Errol Spence. I already know, man. Errol Spence done put an imprint in the back of their mind. And that imprint is, this could be you. This could be you. And I'm talking with Chris Algieri on the canvas. This could be you. You could be Phil Greco. You could be Noe Bolanos. And he beat the living piss out of Noe Bolanos. And y'all don't know who that is? I mean, yeah, Noe Bolanos is not a great competitor. But I'm talking about, you want to know Errol Spence beat somebody down? I'm talking about Errol Spence beat down Noe Bolanos. He beat him down, man. Noe Bolanos shouldn't even, I mean, man, I felt bad for him, man. I felt real bad because it was just to the point, man, where the ref even was going to try to stop the fight earlier, man. But, why he let that beating continue, man, I don't know. But, man, that could be you. Kell Brook, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman. It could be you, Danny Garcia. You just don't want... Y'all go look at the fight with him against Noe Bolanos. And I'm going to tell you right now, all of you guys, you might be the next victim of one Errol Spence Jr. And that's just the way that is. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.